Good morning. Today we're going to be working in HCSS MyField, and we're going to be showing you how mechanics are going to enter a time card. So there's going to be a couple different ways, but I just want to point out that this is specifically for mechanics and mechanic work that is normally done by those people. So we're going to start by getting into the HCSS MyField. It's the guy in the hard hat. So you're going to enter hours. In the upper left-hand corner, if you want to change the date, this is where you're going to click on that date and then select the date you want. All right, so let's enter hours. And you saw that it had asked us what time we started. So the first thing you're going to do is select what job. For this, we are going to use the shop employee time. This one, so this is only employee time. This is not including any kind of equipment that somebody was working on. So we're going to click on that. Which foreman? We'll just say Gary because he's the shop manager for the shop job. Add cost codes. So now these are your tasks. So these are the only ones you have to choose from on this job. So we'll just say that they were doing equipment repair. Add equipment, no equipment. So whenever you are in the employee shop, employee time job, you are going to have no equipment. Because this is just getting like the payroll to your person. Okay? So we're just gonna say you had 0 hours in that equipment. So under this cost code, so you did equipment repair and maintenance for, let's say, 12 hours. And now this is where mechanics differ from the regular employee time. So you are going to enter more hours, which is a whole new job. So we're going to click on that. What job? Now we're going to be going into the shop equipment / shop equipment expense tracking. This is where any time spent on fixing a piece of equipment is going to go. This includes going on a parts run for said equipment. That all gets billed under that piece of equipment, just so you are aware. So Gary's always going to be the foreman for the equipment expense tracking. Okay, so we're going to add a cost code. Now the cost codes are going to look a little different than it would on a job site, just because it's broken up into a little bit different categories. So we'll just say we were working on the brake system on this dozer. Now if I want more tasks, more items that I worked on that day, because you will see like 131, it has air system, brakes, CET, not sure what that means, clutch, drivetrain, electrical, engine, fab, frame, hood and shield, and hydraulics and maintenance. So each one of these is a task that you are working on. And mechanics and Gary, you all know how that works. Okay, so we have a few cost codes on there now. So now, even though it does say 1-031, we still need to add our equipment. So that's fine. 131. Okay. Now, anything in this box where my cursor is at anything in these boxes needs to be left at 0. The reason for this is because you are actually putting the hours. Let's just say I worked on this dozer for 8 hours. This little exclamation point is just saying, hey, you have hours that you worked on this machine, but you're not billing any to yourself. But we want that because we already put our 12 hours in employee time under ourselves. So if you look in the dark blue, you will see that it says 0 hours worked, but it has 8 hours equipment hours. And that's what we want to see on the equipment expense tracking side. So you do the same thing for your next group. For each task, you add your piece of equipment. So it may seem a little monotonous adding equipment in there, but that's what you need to do to bring up this lower box here. So if we only worked on that one dozer under that one task all day, then see how our box used to be where it says total 8 hours. There used to be a box up there. Now that box moved up into your hours because it's not breaking it up between every task that you did, because there's only one task. So it's going to jump it up into total hours. So up here is where you would say 0. And that's still saying the same thing as it was before, meaning that you are billing time to fixing the equipment and how much time it took to fix that equipment, but you're not technically collecting hours on your person because you already did that in employee time. The only reason we are doing this is because when you are on a job site, you're not going to have shop anymore. You're going to have, say, Woodbury. Now your cost code is going to be mechanic, and your service truck and that's where you're going to put your 12 hours and your 12 hours. So it works the same way on a job site. So you're billing all of your time, no matter if you fix something on a job site, which when you're on a job site, your foreman's going to change too. But it's the same thing if you're working in the shop or if you're working on a job site. It's always going to be no equipment, or like if you're on the road, it's obviously going to be your pickup, and it's just going to go under whatever one cost code the foreman or the PM wants you to put it under. Any type of equipment expense tracking, any kind of work that you did on equipment or mobbing to get parts or what have you, this is where you are not billing hours to yourself. So, looks good. We got our 12 hours there. Okay, we're ready to send in the upper right-hand corner. Ask you what time you started again. Any additional notes? Nope. And then submit hours. And that's how you do a time card for a